Welcome back to the show. So before we get started, please don't forget to follow us on all of our social media.
Yep.
We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and obviously on YouTube
Yes,
as well.
subscribe,
Like, comment, give us suggestions, remind us how to pronounce people's names,
Yep.
all that good stuff.
Please, we need that.
So this week, we're going to do a boy group.
Yes, we are.
Who is we doing?
We're talking about Stray Kids.
Hey.
Burr, 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 burr. Yeah. So they're a JYP group. I feel like this is more like common knowledge at this point.
I've heard of them and I know of them.
Yeah. So they're under JYP, as I mentioned. They're active, obviously, and there's currently 8 members in the group.
Oh.
And they debuted. It's crazy because I think they debuted last year because it's like they seem so new.
But not really.
They're not really. They debuted in 2018.
So it's been like 3 years.
Yeah. Honestly, everything that happened in 2020 is just kind of like
I skipped that year. Like for me, 2019 was last year.
Exactly. So that's how I felt when I was doing this research. I'm like, 2018? What?
Yeah.
What? But yeah. So their fandom name is Stay. Stray.
Okay.
Stay.
I feel like I've heard this.
Yes.
Okay.
So stay with us. Anyway. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. I was trying, but well.
So we're gonna start with our members.
Yes. Let's talk about the members. There's a lot to digest with the members.
Okay.
So bear with me. Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So our first member. Oh, disclaimer. I'm gonna butcher their names.
I think that's a given that we're both gonna butcher their names.
We are. So, as I was saying, their first member is Bang Chan. And so he is the leader, producer, vocalist, dancer, and rapper. He is a 1997 liner. So within Stray Kids, there's units. And he's under, I don't know how to say it, 3 Racha? 3
my best guess.
So it's a hip hop like subunit. But the craziest thing is for the hip hop unit, like their stage name changes.
Oh.
So he's not Bang Chan in this. He is CB97. So if you can see Bang Chan CB97.
Bang 97.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
okay.
So he is South Korean. So he was born in South Korea, but he actually moved to Sydney, Australia when he was very, very young.
Okay.
Hence why he can speak English. He speaks Korean, Japanese, and a little bit of Chinese. Yeah. So his nicknames are Kangaroo and Koala, and you probably wonder why. Oh, well, Australia. Right? It's like, but yeah. So he actually joined JYP in 2010.
My first thought was, oh, Australia. So you're like, oh, wonder why? I was like, is she going to tell me some new information?
I was like, Australia. But anyway, as I mentioned, he joined JYP in 2010 after passing on audition in Australia. So he was actually a trainee for 7 long years.
Wow.
7 years. Granted, I mean, if you do the math, he was like a little kid.
I mean, it makes sense. Because if you become a trainee when you're 10, 13, 15.
Somewhere in those lines, it's going to
be
take a while for you to debut. But yeah, so he thinks that his charming point is his dimples when he smiles. And I'm like, I don't think you're off. Because
dimples are normally pretty cute.
They're a good thing to have. And so his hobby is playing sports, and he likes to play the guitar and the piano. And he's also one of the members that helps with producing songs. So
that's cool.
Yeah. And his role models are Drake, Cristiano Ronaldo, he likes sports, and his dad.
That's cute.
I know, that's adorable. Yeah. So each member actually has a motto. And his is just enjoy.
Just enjoy.
Yeah. So I'm like, I like that. I like that motto.
That's cute.
So let's continue. Our next member is Lino.
Sounds good to me.
So I'm like, okay, let's go. So he is a dancer, vocalist, rapper, and he was actually previously known as Mino.
Oh.
I actually haven't looked at why he changed, but yeah, Lino, Mino.
All right.
So he is a 1998 liner, and he's actually under the unit of Dance Racha, so dancing.
Are they all like a something Racha?
Yeah.
Mostly?
We'll see.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he was born in South Korea, so he's South Korean. But he can speak some basic English.
Oh,
And he's cool. He can use both of his hands.
That's cool.
I know.
I
We
wish
talked
I
about last
could.
time.
Yeah.
I was like, I try to write, but I write like a second grader.
I write like a 5-year-old, so you got me beat.
It's because I've like throughout my years I've been practicing. That's why.
I haven't.
I've stopped. It's been a long time. But anyway, that's very unique and cool, which
cool.
kind of falls in for his personality. He's very unique, and he has like a 40 personality. So it's just kind of like
it's his thing.
Makes sense for him, you know. He was actually a trainee for 1 year, and hear this, he was a backup dancer for BTS.
Oh,
so he's a good dancer, obviously.
That's cool.
So his hobbies include choreographing, of course. He likes to hike, and he likes to watch movies. I do feel like this is a dating show. When we were talking about like Noona, it's like he likes to do this, he likes to do that. I feel like that's always been like how I felt, but I
just more so now,
more so
you're
than
like
ever.
Consciously thinking about it. It's like, this is their name. They're from South Korea. They're a 98 liner, and they like to watch movies.
Hey, no. So his favorite song is 2 p.m.'s 10 out of 10, a solid choice. I'm like, yes. And his role model is 2 p.m. Seokyeon.
Oh, I mean, I can't blame him.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm like,
that
good choice, sir. Good choice.
Yeah. So he loves to read.
Nice.
He's a smart man. I don't know. He seems like a really cool dude, just in general. And his motto is, let's eat well and live well.
I like it.
I'm like, I like it.
I like it.
So, I know we haven't gone into this yet, but, Stray Kids came about through a show. And he was actually eliminated in episode 4, but he actually came back at the end in episode 9.
Nice,
so
nice.
we'll talk a little bit more about that here in a bit. But yeah. Our next member is Changbin. So he is a rapper, vocalist, and he's a producer.
Oh.
So he was born in 1999. So as you can see, slowly progression. Nothing weird. We're good, okay? Nothing weird about it. Yes.
I don't know. We're already younger than my baby brother, so
just as long as we don't go, oh, they're so young. We're doing good.
We've already basically reached that point.
But anyway, he is in the 3 Racha.
Okay.
Like one.
That's the hip hop one, right?
The hip hop one, yes.
Cool.
And his stage name is Spear B. I don't know why, but I was like, cool.
So maybe somebody can tell us.
Yes. Comment section. Please let us know how they came about with their stage names or their second stage names.
Yeah, 'cause I'm curious.
Right? That's cool. So he is South Korean, and his nickname by his members is Moki, which is a mosquito.
Oh.
Disclaimer. Jingji means whiny. To kanji, which is chin. So I'm assuming he's like high pitched mosquito whiny. I don't know. But those are his nicknames. And I'm like, okay, I need more context. Please let me know, anyone in the comment section, if you know why.
Mosquito whiny.
I know.
Okay.
I know, it's interesting, right? I'm like, I have to include this because I don't know. I'm like, what? So his hobbies are listening to music. He likes to go shopping. And of course, his specialties involve writing lyrics and rap. And he, obviously, as I mentioned, he likes to produce songs. So
that's cool.
He likes dark things.
Oh.
Yeah. He like horror movies and just like dark shit.
Oh.
Yeah. And he likes to collect things. So I'm like, we like to collect K-pop albums and light sticks for you.
See.
So his role models are actually Big Bang G-Dragon, Kendrick Lamar, and his mommy and daddy.
Oh, that's so cute.
And it's funny because it's like G-Dragon, Kendrick Lamar. I get it based on how he's like his style, but then it's like, and my mommy and daddy.
Oh, that's so cute.
I'm like, is this why there's like the mosquito whiny part comes in? I don't know. I'm just messing y'all. I don't know.
That's cute.
Yeah. So he said that if he wasn't in Stray Kids, he would just be a producer. Or like he would be a writer or maybe a tattoo master.
Oh.
Which I'm like, it just kind of his
that.
style, yeah. So he actually trained for 2 years.
Okay.
So, funny story. The way he became a rapper is because the dude can talk real fast. And that's how he got into rapping. Yeah.
That's cool.
I know.
But like, does this mean if I talk fast, I too can be a rapper?
Maybe. So his motto is, let's live with a positive mind, enjoy life.
Oh, that's cute too.
I know. They have great mottos. I'm like,
they do.
Our next member is Hyunjin. Hyunjin? Yeah. I'm like, I look at you for answers and you're like, girl.
Yeah. I'm like, sure.
So his position is being a main dancer. He's also a lead rapper and a lead vocalist and a visual. Cool. So he is a 2000 liner. He was born in South Korea. And he is in the dance Racha. Is that Racha group? So he's a dancer.
Cool.
So he actually lived in Las Vegas from ages 6 to 7 for like a year or so. And that's why his name was in that time Sam. In Las Vegas. I was like, dang, what were you doing there?
That seems super random.
Right? So his nicknames are actually Genie, I'm assuming from Hyunjin, Genie, and the Prince.
Oh, so it's very majestic sounding.
So he was a trainee for 2 years, and he can speak very basic English. And his hobbies include dancing, reading books, and playing sports. He actually really enjoys listening to Dean and Crush. Oh. And I'm like, nice, me too.
I'm like, you've seen Dean and I've seen Crush.
Yes, there you go. Yeah. And his role model is Jin Jung from GOT7. Every time I see GOT7, I'm like, ugh. Anyway, his motto is, let's try even when you regret it later.
I'm so sad about GOT7.
I was like trying to like move away from the sadness.
That's a good motto, though.
That is a good motto to have.
I'm so sad.
Well, let's try to make you happier. Let's talk about the next member. So the next member is Han.
Oh.
He is a rapper, vocalist, and another producer.
Oh, we got a lot of producers in this group.
Oh, yeah. So he is a 2000 liner. He is in Triracha. But I think that's not how you say it, but...
I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna make fun of me, but every time you say that, I think of like sriracha sauce.
Oh my gosh, now I can't unsee it. But his stage name in that is J1 Joan. I don't know. I say J1 because of like the little
because of the period.
Yeah,
right?
period.
Right.
So he's South Korean as well, and his nickname by the members they were giving this nickname was given to him by the members. He is the squirrel.
Oh,
I wonder why. I do too, but I didn't look far into the research.
Does he climb trees?
Huh?
Does he climb trees
or eat like this? Or yeah, just be like, I don't know. Please let us know. Does he have a poofy tail? No, I'm kidding.
I'd be a little disturbed if he did.
I'm joking. But yeah, so his hobby is to eat cheesecake. Anywhere, especially while watching a movie.
That's so random. I love it.
I love it too. And yes, his favorite food is cheesecake.
Oh my gosh, that's
as
amazing.
well as chocolate cake. So this man has good taste.
That's amazing. It's not just like to eat while watching a movie. It's to eat cheesecake. Cheesecake is pretty good though. Now I'm thinking about it, I haven't had some good cheesecake in a while.
It's been a minute. I purposely avoided cheesecake though, because I went to the Cheesecake Factory. Not sponsored by them, by the way, but I didn't have cheesecake because I'm like, I need to eat better.
So if I get cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory, though, I don't eat the whole piece in one sitting.
It's a lot.
I eat it in two, 3 sittings, so then I don't feel as bad.
That's true. But anyway,
now I want cheesecake.
Thank you, Han.
Thanks, man.
So his favorite color is red, and he thinks his charming point is acting silly, and just based on maybe that's why he's a squirrel.
Because he's silly. That would make sense.
And he likes cheesecake, so I can see him being a silly person. So he actually has trypophobia. So you know the little small hole things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's weirded out by that.
Oh, so that was like the whole like iPhone little camera. Right?
Yeah, people were weirded out by that. By little tiny holes or like clusters of them.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So he actually trained for 3 years. And as I mentioned, he likes to produce songs. He likes helping in that, and he can play the guitar. And his role model is Blogby Siko. Or I guess Siko now, right?
I guess. It's ambiguous.
It's ambiguous, right?
It's like,
but Siko.
It's a different story.
Yeah, it's another time for another story for another time. But
I was kind of surprised someone hadn't mentioned Zico yet with all the producers in the group.
That's true. That's very true. Well, here it is. And his motto is, "This too shall pass." And I was like, I'll take that. Yeah, I like that.
My need for cheesecake
shall pass.
It too shall pass.
So our next member is Felix. I am 100% confident that's how you say his name.
I feel like I've heard of him before.
Yes, me too, actually. So he is a dancer, rapper, and a vocalist. He is a 2000 liner, and he's in the Dance Racha group. So his parents are Korean, but he was actually born in Sydney, Australia. So obviously he speaks English.
Cool.
His hobbies are listening to music, dancing, shopping, especially clothes. And I'm like, nice. Of course. Traveling and beatboxing. Ooh. I'm like, ay. So, yeah, I'm like, no.
That's the best I could do.
And it's like spit coming out. No.
That's our beatboxing right there. We'll stick to reacting.
Yes, we're better at that. And fangirling.
There we go. And drinking coffee.
Yep. Oh yeah. So he thinks that his charming point is his freckles. So he has freckles.
That's cute.
I'm like, they probably are your charming point. So his favorite sport is soccer. I'm like, I'm there with you, man. And he actually knows how to do taekwondo. Oh, he actually won medals growing up, like as a kid.
He was pretty good then.
Mm-hmm. And he can play the piano, and he can't eat super spicy foods. And I include that for you. Yeah. I feel that. And he can imitate the mosquito sound.
Like the.
I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how that.
I think I'm gonna have to look this up now.
Wait, what?
I have to look this up now.
I know.
Look up a video. That's interesting.
And he has a habit of biting his lips, and I'm like, I feel you. I do that a lot too. I know people are like, I bite my nails, I do this, and I'm just like on my lips.
The face you just made.
Shh. Anyway,
tell me about this kid's role models.
G-Dragon. Hey. Yeah, he loves G-Dragon, which nice. I'm like, yeah, makes sense. So funk fact, he actually shares birthdays with fellow JYP artist Jay from Day 6, and I included it because I love Day 6. It's the only reason. Anyway, had a little moment.
Hey, we're JYP Nation fans.
Yup. So he actually trained for a year, and he was also eliminated in episode 8 for the show that they were in, but he came back an episode after. And his motto is just a little braver.
Aw, that's cute.
I know. So our next member is Seungmin. So he is a vocalist. He's a 2000 liner, and he is in the vocal Racha group. So here, yeah, they're all Rachas, but vocal.
Special.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess we hadn't really talked about vocals yet, right? So he's a vocalist. Interesting. So he's South Korean. He speaks English though because he was actually in LA for 3 years when he was in 4th grade. And I'm like, for 3 months, my bad.
For a second, I was like, wait, what?
3 months. And it's like, for 3 months, and you can speak well?
My thought at first was like, 3 years in 4th grade? Did they have to do 4th grade 3 times? No. I would have died.
No, 3 months. I mean, it kind of would have made sense if I would have said like 3 months, but he moved there when he was 4th grade. But anyway, he was in 4th grade, and he was there for 3 months. Wow. And the fact that he can speak really well, it just shows like how he's a sponge. Yeah.
Must be nice.
And his nickname given by his members is Snail.
Aww.
I don't know why.
Interesting.
But I'm like, maybe he's like slow pacing.
Well, his brain's clearly not slow.
Oh, not at all. And his nickname by his fans is Sunshine.
Oh, so maybe he's like real happy.
Yep. And his hobbies are writing in his diary. He's a writer, and he likes to listen to music, and he likes to eat. He is a morning person.
Oh.
Dang. Yeah. You're not a morning person
not a morning
at all.
person.
And he thinks his most charming point is his chubby left cheek. Very specific.
That's cute, though.
It's this cheek.
That's super cute.
Yes. His favorite food is eggs, and he is the cleanest member. I can feel he's like a grown up in that body. Mm-hmm. He's like an older man.
Like he was born being like 30.
Mm-hmm. So his role models are Day 6. I'm like, yes. Yay. Kim Do-ryul and Sandul from B1A4.
B1A4.
So he said that he has many lookalikes, like Day 6 Wonpil, and I'm like,
yep. Time.
Actors Lee Jung-woo and Park Bo-gum, and I'm like, I see
it. I see the Wonpil the most. I think. Yeah. At least in the like sample photo.
Yes,
that's what I see.
Mm-hmm. So he actually joined JYP in 2017, after winning second place for JYP's Entertainment's 13th open audition. Oh. So, yeah. He actually dreamed of being a baseball player, though, when he was younger. And he said if he was in Stray Kids, he would be a photographer or a prosecutor, which I'm like, that's random.
Super different.
I know. So his motto is, today you spend in vain is a day as tomorrow someone who has passed away really wants to live through. And I feel like that's kind of, damn. Everyone else is like live a good day. Like, and his is just like very thought through. Yeah.
He is a grown up, I think.
He's like an old soul, I think. Soul. Yeah. So our final member is IN. Oh. He is a vocalist at Magne. He's the Magne. He was born in 2001. So he's also in the vocal Racha group. He is from Busan. He's South Korean. Cool. So his nickname by his members are, he has a lot actually. The Desert Fox, our Magne, Spoonworm, Young, Fiona. I wonder why Fiona, but
interesting. I think of Shrek.
Maybe. And Beanworm. So he has a lot. I guess since he's the baby, they just give him a lot of nicknames, you know. So he actually used to be a child model. Oh. Okay. Yeah. And his hobbies are listening to rock and pop songs and watching mukbang. And his special ability is singing trot. I'm like, ooh, that's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. And he can play the piano, and he likes all sorts of foods but beans. And I'm like, you can tell this man isn't Mexican. No, I'm kidding. We love beans, but whatever. So his role model is Bruno Mars. And I'm like, yes. And he is a clumsy man. It's okay. He's a baby. His members will help him.
That's okay. Yeah.
He actually had braces for 2 years. And I'm like, braces? He actually had them removed in 2019.
Oh, it's not that long ago.
And he trained for 2 years. And his motto is, let's have a good time.
Hey.
Yeah. I like it. So those were our 8 members. Let's just kind of talk briefly about our former member, because we will talk about him and why he left and all that. But his name is Hoojin. He used to be the main vocalist of the group. So hence why he was in the vocal Racha group. And he is a 1997 liner.
Oh, okay.
So those were the members.
Nice.
We learned a lot about them, actually.
We did, but I guess there's a lot more history left to learn, right?
Yep. They're not necessarily rookies. They're not necessarily like old timers in the K-pop world, but they have a lot of history, They've done a lot, so.
All right. Well, I'm excited to learn about it.
Let's do it. Okay. Let's take it back to 2017.
Okay.
Let's go.
Time machine.
So yeah, as I mentioned, they were formed through the reality show, right? It was like a survival show. And it's funny because 2 of the members technically didn't survive, but they came back.
That's cool.
And I bet that was kind of rewarding for the fans. It's like,
for sure.
Oh, thank God. Because you get attached. Yeah. You're like, no. And then you're like, yes. But anyway, so prior to the premiere, they actually released a music video called Hellevator, which is a digital single. And we have a friend, right, that was really into that song.
Brandy really liked it. I know I've heard part of the song, I think. Hellevator, right?
I know of, but I've never listened to it.
I think I've just heard the chorus.
Oh, okay.
It's because of you, Brandy. Shout out. It's
because of you. So then, after the show in 2018, JYP announced that they would release a pre-debut, still not debut yet, extended play called Mixtape. And it actually debuted as number 2 on Gaon's album chart and Billboard's World Albums chart.
So I vaguely remember when this came out, like very vaguely.
Yes. And then finally, around March of 2018, it was announced that they would have their debut showcase, like their official debut showcase, right?
Nice.
And that was held on the 25th, and they officially debuted the day after with their EP, I Am Not, and their title track named District 9. So this actually debuted number 4 on Gaon's album chart and sold over 54,000 physical copies just in March.
All right, not bad.
I know.
Not bad
at all. So yeah, later in July, they actually had a second showcase, and their EP was released with that called I Am Who. So as you realize, there's a pattern, I Am, and it's called the I Am series.
Oh, nice.
And the title track is called My Pace.
That's cool.
So then in October of that same year, they had their third showcase, followed by another release from another EP album called I Am You. Okay. So, in 2019, they had their third comeback in March. This was the release of fourth EP called Claire One Miro.
Sounds good to me.
Yes. And this is also to celebrate their first anniversary.
Whoa, Mike, it's only been a year.
Yep. So, I mean, they had their I Am series in 2018, and then 2019, they had Miro. And this is actually what earned them their first music show win.
Ooh,
An M Countdown with the song Miro. So in June of that year, they actually released their first special album called Clé to Yellowwood, along with the song Side Effects. So this is actually, at that point, they're actually touring in America and Europe. So between the legs of those two, they read the song. So these kids are already like within the second year, already like busy. Like going off to Europe and like America and stuff.
That's awesome.
So then, if you hear me out, the fifth EP was released in November of 2019. 5.
This is only like a year and a half after their debut, right? Like official debut. That's crazy.
I know. However, unfortunately, in that year, in October, it was announced that Wojin left the group due to personal circumstances. So, the fifth EP that was supposed to be released in November was delayed to December.
Okay.
Okay, so we finally are at 2020.
Nice. What do we got?
Yes. So they actually released their first English version of a song Double Knot and Levanter. Yes. And their first music video in English in 2020. So cool. Kind of reaching out to that audience. And they finally had their official Japanese debut in March.
Ooh, okay.
With a compilation album called SKZ 2020. Yeah, that's how I'm going to say
Straight it. Kids 2020? Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they actually had songs that they had previously released, My Pace, Double Knot, Levanter, but in Japanese.
Gotcha.
Yup. And then they released their first Japanese single album, Top, in June. So at this point, I guess they were focusing in Japan.
They're doing more, okay.
Or, and cool. Just in general, like international versions. Because,
more global
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, because cool. They did these English versions of these songs as well. And then they had their first studio album in June 2020 called Go Live with the title track God's Menu.
Ooh, that's a cool name.
I know, right?
I like that.
So it actually became the group's best-selling album.
Oh, wow.
It debuted in the very top of Gaon album chart, and it sold over 243,462 copies by the end of the month.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yep. And it received platinum certification from the Gaon chart in August. So, yeah, and it's like the first album that's done that for them.
That's super awesome.
So, God's Menu, which is the song, the title track of the album, it actually was the first song for them to ever debut in the weekly Gaon download chart. Because, streaming is one thing, but being downloaded that much is a different thing. Yeah. Yes. So then they released their repackage of their first album. It's titled In Life in September. So the repackage of Go Life. And during these promotions, they actually received 2 more wins. One in the show and one in M Countdown. The kids are doing great things.
They're doing a lot of things, it looks like.
Yeah. So then their lead single called Backdoor, which was which was a title track of In Life, was actually recognized by Time magazine.
Dang.
Yeah. It was included number 8 in its list of 10 best songs of 2020.
Wow.
And it was the only Korean song there in that list. So
dang.
To me, it's like immediately I'm like, we need to react to that. So what they said is that the song was an artful Frankenstein that's like as catchy as it is complex. Ooh. So I'm like, we need to react to that.
I'm down for it. That's cool.
Yes. So in November of 2020, they actually released their first Japanese extended play titled All In, with this lead single All In, and also Japanese versions of God's Menu and Backdoor. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
So yeah, I feel like a lot of their like title tracks have English versions and obviously Japanese versions. I think that's really cool.
That's
because I know really a lot of artists don't do that. They just release their own Japanese songs. But I don't know about you, but as an international fan, I really do appreciate when they release English versions, even though I'm used to like the Korean version.
Not like if it's like every release, but like it's nice to have like a few.
That's very true.
Where you can just like put it on and understand it.
Yes. And due to COVID and all that's been going on, they actually held their first online concert titled Unlock, Go Live in Life.
Ooh, nice.
Via Beyond Live. And yeah, it was actually considered like a continuation of their like past tour, District 9 Unlock.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. But or what was scheduled to be, because like a lot of it was postponed and canceled because of COVID. So they were like, it's the same thing, but not really. But
stupid COVID.
Yeah. But yeah. And then in 2021, it was actually announced that they would be part of the season Kingdom Legendary War. We've talked about Kingdom a lot. So yeah, that's kind of what they've been up to this year, at least. I'm doing that and just kind of also reaching out to their Japanese fans, having fan meetings, like virtual ones.
That's cool.
But yeah, kids have done a lot.
It's a lot in not that much time.
I know.
Like, oh my gosh.
What, like, yeah, like at least by a year and a half, they had like 5 EPs.
That's a lot.
They've had like a national studio album, a repackage, and then they have like all these like Japanese versions of those. And they've had concerts already, and they've had virtual concerts.
They've been busy.
And now they're in this show, duking it out with other groups.
Duking it out with some good groups too. I know.
I was this tempted to watch that. I was like,
Kingdom? Well, I feel like we're either fans of or have reacted to most other groups in it now. So it's like if you weren't a fan, you are now by reacting.
Yep.
So.
But yes, so, yeah.
I'm ready to start listening to some music.
Me too. Actually, I'm pretty interested in God's Menu, Hellevator, and Backdoor.
Sounds good to me.
But we can listen to whatever you want.
Yep, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, let's do those 3 then.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, right.
So as I mentioned earlier, we can react to Hellevator, God's Menu, and Backdoor.
I'm good with it.
Okay.
We're going to start with Hellevator.
Heck yeah. I think that's kind of what started it all, huh?
I guess so.
And I've heard a lot about this song, but I've never really listened to it.
I think I've heard
myself.
like the chorus. I think.
Well, let's see then.
Let's see. I'm going to find out real soon.
I know. Stray Kids. Okay, they started off. Boys. Oh.
All right.
Damn. That's cool.
They hit that hard.
I know. I love the contrast between them though.
Such a difference from the rap.
Yeah. Oh, get it? That's good. No, don't go. So how do you listen to this?
I think I've just heard that little bit of the chorus.
Oh. These kids go hard.
Yeah.
I'm like. I'm not gonna lie, like they're like and then they're all adorable.
That's what I'm just about to say. Like, they have like these cute little chubby cheeks, and then it's like,
I'm like, dang. Yeah, this is good.
I really do like the contrast between the vocals and the rap. Like, wow, this was like pre-debut, right? It's pretty crazy.
Ah. He's like, goes to hell and it's Earth. No, I'm kidding. I love his beanie.
Ooh, that's pretty.
That was really good.
It was good. It's like my style too.
Oh yeah. Oh.
That's cool.
We were like, oh. Well, that was really good. Damn.
And that was their pre-debut. Shit. Dang.
Yeah. I honestly feel like I was like more in awe, so I didn't really say nothing
like,
during the video. I was just like, oh. So the next song is God's Menu.
I like the sound of that one.
You like the sound of that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's do it.
I'm ready to do it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Those shots are cool. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
I love it. Those effects are awesome.
Whoa. Whoa. I think that's all I'm saying. I'm just like, whoa.
Dude, this is really
cool. I like this too.
Whoa. Oh shit. Dang. This is so good.
I like this a lot. Oh my god.
I know, right? That's a cool ass car.
Oh my god.
Sir.
Excuse you.
Be careful, Summer.
You
could just be. He's gonna be like Noona.
Too much of a Noona. I was just shook. That was like that was way deeper than I was thinking. I was just shook. See, I like how the vocals just all like nice and normal, and then the rapper's like.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I'm like.
I was just confused because I'm like looking at like these cute little kids, and I'm hearing like Bangyeong-guk levels of like thunder.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really cool.
The editing of this is like fantastic.
There's like so much going on. It's really cool.
Damn, they can dance.
Uh-huh.
Get it?
Oh,
done.
that's it. Ooh, is there more?
Back. Oh, that makes sense. They stay cool. Stray Kids. That was really good.
I was just shook. Whichever the one with the real deep voice was, it's like I'm like looking at like this cute little kid, but his voice was like
Noona.
It was like lower than that, Patty. It was like I can't even make my voice.
I'm like I try to do it and I sound like the Grudge.
I was just like shook. I was just like, yeah, oh, damn kid, you got a deep voice.
Damn, that was good. Shit.
I like that, and I like how that song opened up with like a rap verse because I feel like that's like unique.
Yeah.
You don't have songs like open that heavy normally, but I thought it was really cool.
That was really good.
Oh,
the editing was fantastic. The dancing was fantastic. Just the song was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So our final song is Backdoor, and this is what Time said was the Frankenstein song.
That's right. I want to know what that means.
That is catchy as it is complex.
Oh, I'm ready to find out what that means, especially after the last one.
I know. I'm kind of ready. Let's do it then.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. What is happening? Me walking awkwardly. It'd be like that though.
Oh. Oh, outfit change. Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. This is different.
I love it. The chorus is fantastic. That was really cool. I'm just like the choreo is really good, dude.
Ooh.
Oh. They can pull off animal print.
Huh?
They can pull off animal print or like leopard print. I'm like, I could never, but
I'm just like shook how it's all like hard dancing and it's all modern and they just keep going back and forth.
The editing was so cool.
That's cool. I guess that's what they mean by like Frankenstein. There's like all this editing, all these different types of dancing. There's all this stuff going on.
This is so good.
How do I not pass out doing this dancing? I'm tired just looking at them. Ooh. 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 That was cool.
I'm overwhelmed. What the heck? Oh.
Ooh. Yeah, that's all we're saying. We're like, ooh, wow. Throughout the whole song.
This kind of became an anthem song right here. The flag. It's an anthem song. No, I'm kidding.
That's cool.
Oh gosh. Are they playing basketball?
You want to come in?
Yes.
Whoa.
That was awesome, dude.
How did this like get better with each song when we already started with like a really good song?
Wow.
I want to hear it like for like the rest of the day.
And he's just like
That was really cool though.
The choreo was really awesome. Shit.
I feel like the whole time we were just like, whoa.
I know.
Ooh.
And they're like and the camera's like
a very exciting like reaction because I think we were just so like, oh
yeah.
Ooh.
Or like me, I was just like
I felt myself just ooh.
I was just I hardly said anything because I was just like
whoa.
Yeah.
I guess I can see what like Time magazine meant by like being Frankenstein because there was like so much going on and they're doing like all this like hard dance and stuff like hardcore, but then there was when they were in the little leopard and like animal print, it was almost like modern dance.
But did they refer to the video or the song?
I don't know. I could see it relating to the whole thing though.
Yeah. Because
like the dancing was like all different types. Like musically it was like everywhere.
Yeah, but it was amazing.
Just looking at what was happening in the video behind them was like
I was a little bit overwhelmed, but not in a bad way. I was just
there's just so much to look at. I feel like it'd be one of those that you would have to like
see it multiple times.
Yeah, you'd have to watch it multiple times to focus like on the choreography, focus on the dancing, focus on just like the video, focus on the editing.
Oh yes, on them, on their singing, on everything. That was good.
That was really cool.
They're really talented. Mm-hmm. Holy shit. I mean, as always, never surprised, but...
Not surprised. Not at all.
But I knew nothing about them, honestly, or their music. And it's like, shit.
That was really good.
It's really good. But yeah.
Well, I'm happy we did that. I'm like,
so happy we did that.
Now I'm going to have even more songs to add to my playlist.
Yes. Me too. I'm just like, more K-pop.
More K-pop.
Gotta collect them all.
More K-pop is good K-pop. Mm-hmm. Pulls out like your Thanos like gauntlet, collecting them all.
Yup. I was thinking more like Pokemon, but okay.
I guess pull out your Pokeball and your gauntlet.
Gotta get them in a lot of places. Anyway, we're going off track. Thank you guys for bearing with us and seeing us react to them because they're great.
Yeah, that was great.
We should have gone to them sooner, but...
We should have. But it's better late than never.
True. And we're here to stay.
Hey!
Anyway, we'll see you guys next week.